Welcome to HortTube. My name is Jim Putnam. In this video, I'm going to be talking about a few barberry varieties. There are lots and lots of different barberries. They're native to parts all over the world. There are evergreen barberries and deciduous barberries. All the ones I'm going to show you here are deciduous, meaning they lose their leaves in the winter time, but there are evergreen barberries as well. I did a Mahonia video a few days back, and Mahonia is actually in the barberry family. So very large family of plants, and these are kind of common ones. There's a lot of varieties that are similar to these or even improved on these that are out as well that you may run into. I've covered Crimson Pygmy, I've covered Orange Rocket, I believe I did a Golden Barberry video and a Rosy Glow video separately if you want to see more information on any of these. But I'm just kind of going to go plant to plant and show you, and I've waited till late summer intentionally on this because I want to show you that some of the newer improved varieties hold their color much better later in the season. This first one is called Crimson Pygmy, and it is a very common low-growing barberry. It only gets about 2 feet tall and maybe 3 to 4 feet wide over time. This one was recently pruned, so it has the new growth coming back out with the color. When this one leaves out in the spring, there's really just almost nothing showier. This beautiful burgundy foliage on it. Over the course of the summer, it kind of burns out a little bit in my area typically. It greens up quite a bit on the interior and kind of has a thin look to it by late summer every year. These are hardy in zone 4 to 8, and if you're up in zone 4 or 5, they're probably going to stay much showier through the summer. But they, like I say, they do get kind of a little bit burned out here. So this one was cut off and it's flushing back out, and it'll look great for fall sales. But really, there are improved colorations in these dwarf barberries. The one back over here on this back corner is Rosy Glow, and I let it get a little dry right there. That is completely my fault where it's losing some interior foliage. But Rosy Glow, and I hope you'll be able to see it, has this mottled leaf. This one gets quite a bit bigger. It can get 4 or 5 feet tall. Also hardy in zone 4 to 8. But it has lots of different colors going on in the leaf. It'll have pinks and burgundies and reds. Very, very nice plant. This one's a great backdrop. You can put something that's yellow foliaged in front of it. Super industrial plant that's also very, very showy. And then I want to show you this. This is Orange Rocket barberry right here. This one has an upright, narrow habit, but you can see on one of these newer varieties how just the color has held up the entire summer. Hadn't done any pruning on it, haven't just left it out in the sun. Same exact conditions as that one and the Rosy Glow back there. And somehow the foliage is just really, really held up nicely on it. This one is also it's listed on the Southern Living Plant Collection site as zone 5 to 9. It would surprise me if it wouldn't grow in zone 4 as well, where all the other similar type barberries are listed. So, but it definitely is more heat tolerant and holds its coloration a lot better. So if you're in the South, I would definitely recommend that variety over some of the others. And there's several other upright varieties. I'm going to show you gold foliage barberries right here, and there's actually an upright gold foliage variety. This is a golden barberry here, and you can see the original varieties like that stretched out quite a bit. That one can get 4 or 5 feet tall, but the color's held up reasonably well on it in the heat in the South. Not too bad at all, and it's out in the full sun on a parking lot. It's where I've had it, so not bad. And then there are some newer. This is a Dwarf golden barberry that's a newer cultivar. You can see how much more compact the habit is. See how much better the color is throughout the plant. So a very big improvement in those, and that is just a super low maintenance plant. And really that Dwarf gold barberry paired with this Orange Rocket barberry, this is more of an upright habit. Even in a container, those two would just look great in a large container or mass planted. I usually recommend barberries be mass planted. They're at their best when they're in a large group. So pretty much any garden center you go to is going to have some selection of barberries because they grow in such a wide area across the U.S. And they may include some of the evergreen varieties as well. But like I say, I wanted to shoot this video in late summer to show you that these new cultivars, like Orange Rocket right here, and that little compact Dwarf gold one that's over there, hold their color quite a bit better. There has been some pretty big advances pretty quickly in the breeding on these barberries, and they hold their color from the time they leaf out until they lose their foliage in the fall, and are quite a bit showier. So it may be worth spending a few more dollars. I wouldn't always recommend that, but on these barberries, I think you will definitely it will definitely pay dividends to get a more updated variety. And we've seen improvements. There's an improved Crimson Pygmy. I know that for sure. And these are super easy. They'll go in pretty much any soil type. If you don't kill them in the first 6 months, they're really easy. So just water them. You know, keep an eye on the watering until they get established. And if you're in an area that gets regular rainfall, there's not really a whole lot you have to do after that. They can be pruned anytime and you wouldn't hurt them, but probably best to prune them in the late winter just to give them a little, shape them up just a little bit, and then fertilize them at the same time, and that's it. These are pretty pest and disease free. Just not a lot of issues on barberries at all. They're considered deer resistant. I have seen deer who were very proficient. They're thorny along the stems, and I've seen deer that are very proficient at going down lower on the plant and stripping the leaves up. Didn't really kill the plant just leafed right back out, but I did notice that a deer at my nursery had figured out how to eat barberries without getting thorns in their mouth, I think, because all the thorns were left on the stem. So hopefully that's the exception and not the rule. So thank you very much for watching this video. I just wanted to show you some of these new varieties, or a couple new varieties in this Orange Rocket and that Dwarf Golden Barberry back there, and just show you how far plant breeding has really changed a few of these plants. And it probably is worth spending a couple extra dollars at a garden center to make sure that yours are going to be colorful from the time they leaf out until fall. So thank you very much for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel for upcoming content. I got a lot more of these comparison videos coming up